100 plus yung iba. And then, dun sa illegal drugs, I'm interested in more details in that only because I used to chair the Committee on Health and alam kong itong mga fake drugs medyo rampant din yan, and in as much as we want to increase the availability of reasonably priced medicines from abroad, kasi kailangan maingat din tayo. Sorry, do you mean illegal drugs as in fake pharmaceutical products, or as in cocaine and the like?
Yeah, illegal drugs like cocaine, marijuana.
Kasi so medicine pala.
Yes,
medicine yung isa. And then you only have one case. Okay. And then yung motor vehicle, ano yung one na yan? Yan ba yung kay Diskaya?
Yeah.
Hindi, iba pa yan.
Iba pa, ma'am.
So baka hindi
this is just 1 million.
Kasi sabi dito, file na kayo ng case o hindi pa to nagre-reflect niyan?
Yung sa Diskaya cases po kasi is still under investigation po.
So wala pa dyan?
Wala pa po dito.
So siguro sa next na report nyo, more than one na yan. Kasi I think we know that there's more out there.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. So yun lang. So let's not spend too much time on that. We can do follow-up questions. Any questions on this one, Chair? Sige, let's move on.
Okay, thank you po. Okay, next page. These are the priority measures on tax reform that we have in the BOC. One is the CARM, so the Computer-Aided Risk Management System. While primary an administrative tool, it plays a vital supporting role in the implementation of tax reform. By using data analytics to identify high-risk taxpayers and improve audit targeting. The purpose of PCAG, of the PCA, is to ensure compliance, detection of fraud and revenue leakages by strengthening post-clearance audit process. So CARMS is a critical tool for achieving this goal. Okay, number two, the issuance of regulations on cross-border e-commerce and implementation of cross-border e-commerce system. So guidelines for de minimis importation and e-commerce shipments were implemented through the issuance of CMO 4-2020. Okay. As part of the agency's broader modernization and digitalization efforts to make customs processes more efficient and transparent. Number three, utilization of other digital payment platforms. Tax reforms include improving payment system for a more efficient collection of revenues. In its aim to streamline and expedite clearance and sort and secure payment of lawful duties, taxes, and other charges, BOC continues to expand digital payment platforms. BOC ePay helps to issue orders of payment and access payment platform. This platform, which includes an ePay system and partnerships with banks and payment providers, allows stockholders to pay duties, taxes, and other fees online anytime 24/7. I think that would be all for the BOC.
So, for now, let's leave BOC and let's proceed to BIR. Commissioner Lumagi, you have the floor.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning, Senator Win. For BIR, yung slides. Saan na yung slides natin? Wala pa. Yan. Okay. Sige. So we will be the following items are the discussion items. Next slide, please. Yan. First is the actual revenues versus target revenues. This was earlier discussed by the DOF, so we'll probably dispense with this one. Second is updates on enforcement programs. Third is the performance of past tax reforms, which was also discussed by the DOF earlier on, so we'll probably skip this. And then the last one is the priority measures of the current administration on tax reforms, which were not covered by the earlier presentation as well. So next slide, please. Next slide, please. Also skip for the number 2. Next slide. Yes. Okay, for updates on our enforcement programs, we launched the run after fake transactions, and the update on that was we partnered with Ateneo in developing a system to detect fraud using the use of ghost receipts. So we were able to develop that, and it's a system that would track and monitor the use of ghost receipts. We also filed.
These are just interns, like students, develop this?
Yes, the masters. It's masters in math students.
Ah, wow, okay.
So they had this program algorithm that would detect the use of ghost receipts. And also on August, we filed 23 new cases with the Department of Justice against buyers of these fake receipts. And as of to date, 46 cases are filed with the Department of Justice, 6 against sellers and 40 against buyers. And also as of September 2025, we were able to collect a total of more than 7 billion pesos.
Question. These sellers of fake receipts, is it a particular industry?
No particular industry, Madam
Any,
Chair.
just to show that they delivered a service, they were paid, they sold goods, so any?
Yes, Madam Chair. In fact, a lot, actually, almost all industries are covered. So they cater to all industries. If you need the invoice, then you can buy invoices from them.
Cost to this scam?
Well, as of September, we were able to collect 7 billion. So the amount is significant also.
7 billion na fake. So siningil nyo ngayon ng totoo?
This is already a total collections, Madam Chair. 7 billion pesos in collection.
Okay.
Okay. Next slide, please. For our Run After Tax Evaders program, we have a total number of filed cases. Total number of filed cases 415 with an estimated tax liabilities of 26.65 billion pesos, and 22 cases were filed with the Court of Tax Appeals with an estimated tax liabilities of 9.15 billion pesos. And recently we filed the criminal cases against the Discayas and St. Gerard with a total tax liability of 7.1 billion pesos, and also against the 3 former DPWH officials last week with a total tax liabilities of about 1.68 billion pesos. Next slide, please. For our nationwide enforcement operations on illicit trade of excisable articles, we, as of for this year, January to September 2025, we visited a total number of 2,317 establishments, resulting in apprehension of 377. Among these is 740 2,000 cigarette packs and also 267,000 ml of vapor products, with total estimated tax liabilities of about 156.7 million pesos. We also filed 75 tax evasion cases against these vape retailers or sellers with a total tax liability of about 711.3 million pesos. These seized articles are now in our warehouses and subject for destruction.
Okay, before you move on, this is my favorite topic. We will stay here for one day. Good job, no, on this. I just wanted to add, no, when I so there are two venues for these retail establishments. Obviously, in a mall, and then in side streets, you know, in all the barangays, they have all these. I'm curious, itong mga kaso nyo, would this be with big sellers that literally position, they can afford to be in a mall? Or are these like those small standalone shops dun sa mga barangay?
Lahat po, ano, actually, we started with the establishments na may mga fixed pwesto.
So and these would be those with different branches?
Yes, Madam Chair.
So would you say most of your cases involve companies that have multiple branches, or not necessarily rin?
Not necessarily rin po.
Okay.
But we started actually, we started with warehouses, yung mga importers. So, talagang yan po yung naging concentration namin na yung mga malalaking warehouses. And then eventually, we moved towards the retailers because hindi mapatigil itong mga nagdadala. So, the mindset that we had was if there are no resellers, then may hirapan din sila and they probably be forced to go legitimate if there will be no resellers. So we hit on all the retailers. So we did a nationwide enforcement starting I think last year. We did that nationwide. So yan po yung mga talagang mga establishments, and then eventually as we moved along with the enforcement activities, dyan na po natin na-discover yung iba't ibang ginagawa po nila. So meron na dyan yung mga mobile na tindahan na rin, imbis na naglalagay ng mga tindahan yung medyo mga carts, tapos minsan sa gabi lang nandyan tapos nawawala na. So minonitor din po namin yan.
Me to know, because given that this is a how do I classify this, not a dangerous substance but harmful product, we could regulate that. We could ban mobile sales of this, because as you know, in some countries, sin products, whether it's alcohol or tobacco, they have to even be in separate establishments. Tapos ngayon may mobile na tayo. Iba talaga yung mga Pilipino. Ngayon lang ako nakarinig na may mobile na ganyan.
Opo, may dumarating po kunyari sa mga bars, sa area ng maraming bars, merong mag-station doon for the night, and then mawawala na in the morning. So nahuli rin po natin yun. And then
maybe if I may just recommend, and if you have, then please just do a little bit more. Can you come up with visual communications, both online and inside sa mga barangay, na susulat nyong hinuhuli po at kinukulong ang mga nagbebenta ng hindi rehistradong mga vape products, so that matakot din sila. Kasi, and I feel like a big part of your success will really be working with the LGUs. Because the LGUs have so much on their plate, but if they know na this is a priority, government is losing money, people's health are being harmed, of course they'll cooperate, no? So can I just encourage you to do more coordination with the LGUs? Like, I'd like to drive through a barangay or bike through a barangay and see these posters sana na, and coordinate with DOH. Like, harmful na nga yan, tapos kung hindi pa rehistrado, lalo pang baka makasakit pa sa inyo yan.
We'll do that, Madam Chair.
Yung mga siniseize nyo ba, is this coordinated with DTI and FDA? Only because in a separate hearing, which, as I've said, this is my obsession, so I follow this closely. We are not testing the products, no? DTI only tests the gadget. What do you call it? The device. But the formula, that's not your job, that's them. But I mean, since you're already doing what you're doing, if you can coordinate and give it to FDA, kasi sadly the law was not passed in a manner that I felt it should be. It was not written, it was not passed in the manner it should be. So the jurisdiction is not with FDA, but they can on their own test it if we tell them, test na rin, so that we know what's out there. Because what was it in the US, they banned 55,000 flavors because it was harmful. 55,000 flavors, and here we haven't even tested any. The last update I had is pinapadala sa China. Of all countries pa, sa China pa pinadala. So anyway, that's beyond you, but I'm just asking you to, let's have interagency cooperation. Okay?
Yes,
so I'm good. I'll stay calm and we can move on.
Okay. Next is our Oplan Candado. We're able, as of September 2025, we're able to collect 343 million and temporarily closed 22 establishments nationwide. Next slide, please.
Habang nag-iikot na rin kayo, sumbong nyo na rin, kahit, di ba, let's use technology, text nyo lang sa FDA. Kasi I would see signs of these vape establishments, and I actually sent it to the mayor. It said like something like, healthy vape. Healthy vape. I'm like, there's no such thing. But that's the name of the shop. So, nandun na rin naman yung mga, inspectors mo, mga pagka ganon, padala mo rin sa akin. Ako mismo magpapasara.
We'll do that, Madam Chair.